Whoa, this is the illusion. And Baby Al, we're here reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth, aren't we? Well, here we are today, man, and once again, violence is plaguing our planet, right? And it's taken a step up to the next level, as we can see, because what's going on, what happened in Dallas is the next level insanity. And it's, people, we just don't seem to get where this is coming from, man. This is coming from the divide and conquer strategy that has always been used against people. Is we've chosen to see ourselves as separate from one another. And separation is how they're creating the anger. Look, I don't get the separation. If you're black, white, brown, Chinese, male, female, transgender, gay, not gay, alien, freakazoid, whatever you are, we are all in this together. And the one thing we can't do is inflict violence upon each other in the name of equality to stay separate. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what's going on is we have chosen to just be separate from each other and claim that somehow there's some sort of weird righteous battle for equality going on and separating each other. I see it all over the place. You're either a Republican or you're a Democrat, or you're either for Trump or against Trump. You're either pro-Mexican or anti-Mexican or pro this or pro that. How about we're all in this together? We're all human beings trying to sustain ourselves on a little teeny sphere in outer space, that if we destroy that sphere, we all die in equality. That's what we as people really need to grasp here, is this violence is not coming. There's a unification in the violence. The violence is all coming from the same place. It's called assholeness. People who inflict violence, it crosses all racial barriers, all religious barriers, all philosophical barriers. Violence comes from the same place: fear, ignorance, hatred, unconsciousness. And yet, we seem to think that we're going to fight violence on this, pointing at them and pointing at them and pointing at them and going, they're the problem and they're the problem. You know who the problem is? Unconscious people, and the people who are separating themselves from all the other people. Like, especially in America right now, yeah, we all do need to come together as a people right now. We need to drop all this division and get to the unity. We all want to raise our kids. We all, dude, I trip out how everybody is missing the point. This is all coming from a centralized location called the government and mass media and multinational corporations and the military industrial complex, dude. Your average person is so busy just trying to keep their life going that they don't really have time to get involved with all the separating. And yet we're doing it. But where is that signal being broadcast from? That signal is being implanted in people's heads to think that separation is the answer. How have we gotten to a state in 2016 we're somehow separate but equal is like this weird new meme. It's so bizarre to me. Yeah, we've got huge problems as a people, and it does not have to do with your skin color. It has to do with the content of your character. Like, that's the thing. Martin Luther King laid this all out once upon a time and died to deliver the message. In fact, was assassinated for delivering the message. And so when we sit here and we look at the problem as the color of your skin or the clothes you're wearing and not the content of your character. Look, man, I know personally plenty of super cool uniformed police officers and sheriffs, man. I'm not down with the cops. I think there's a lot of bad ones. There's a lot of bad people with dreadlocks. There's a lot of bad people with tie-dyes. There's a lot of bad people claiming they care about you. They don't. Anyone who is out there preaching violence is not on your side. Look, I'm a firm believer in self-defense, man. Do not get me wrong. If everybody chose to defend their space and do no harm to another individual, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in. But I keep talking about it. We've given our authority to entities, and entities will always abuse us if we allow them to. So look, man, you want to know where the violence is coming from? The violence is coming from what we're doing with our families. Are we there for our kids? Are we showing up on time? Or are we just running around blaming people, man? Because if you want to fix the problem going on in America or worldwide on Spaceship Earth, get your family organized. Start in your living room. Start at your dinner table. You're concerned about what's going on out in the streets of America, man? Start fixing it in your living room. Start asking yourself why you're so uptight. Because pointing at people, remember there's 3 fingers pointing back at you when you point at someone. Right, Al? So look, man, we want to stop the violence. We got to stop projecting the violence into the world, man. We got to start defending ourselves from the evil entity, man. There is evil washing over the face of Spaceship Earth. And we are choosing to join that evilness by our mere unconsciousness of separation. There is no separation. We are all in this together. All 7.5 billion of us are on a closed loop called Spaceship Earth. We all live together or we all die together. And pointing at one group of people or another group of people and saying they're the problem makes us all the problem, dude. We all have to realize that it comes from our hearts, man. Look, man, I got a short fuse too. I got anger issues too. I'm not the perfect human being. I'm part of the problem, man. I am part of the problem because sometimes I go off the reservation, man, and I lose my mind. But you know what? It's time we really need to start bucking up. We really need to get focused on calming down, man. We need to get calmer, not madder. We need to get more unified, not separate, dude. It's not, if anyone's paying attention, everybody's getting attacked. The gays, the cops, the blacks, the whites, the Muslims, the Christians, the Buddhists, man. Everybody is getting attacked and killed by the same entity, and it's called evil. And the evil perpetrator is the government, it is the multinational corporations, it is the military-industrial complex, man. Like I keep saying, if you truly want to stop the problems plaguing the streets of America, pile your televisions out on the streets of America and say, enough. I've had enough, and I'm not going to watch your propaganda anymore, and I'm turning my television off. I'm giving back my Mountain Dew. I'm not going to eat your fast food. I'm going to stop eating Cheetos, and I'm going to hug my kid and say, I love you, man. I love you, my little man. Because we are all each other's brothers. We are all each other's brothers and sisters, man. We are all each other's mothers and fathers. We got to start loving each other. We can't, the separation and violence, man, it's getting us nowhere, dude. We all got to come together and lay down our separations, dude. Lay down these weird banners we wave around. The only banner you need to wave is I'm a human being and I am not separate. It's the illusion chiming in on today, right?